I was disturbed to find that John Bull is actually quite... The letter-for-letter design is flawless for father. 3 plus 2 is 1 plus 1. Disturbingly, Uncle Sam in the US is also a father type figure. I'm curious as to what they add to. Uncle Sam, disturbingly, equals the grade 88. They both have golden offsets from... No, I'm just saying God has allowed this to happen. Pop off 36, yeah. Very easy to find father in John Bull there. Huh. Interesting. I'm just having fun here. Who knows? We don't want to. I don't want to spend too much time in fiction land. But it is Jesus spoke in parables all the time. So it is always a curiosity for me to dabble in some of these moral characters that are not necessarily real, but they are stories with a moral, like Jesus spoke in parables. I've solved a lot of these characters. So now it's called Elizabeth Tower, which we saw. Let's find father in Buckingham Palace. There's going to be a lot of instances. I know the offset is +1. Maybe I can do something a little bit manually here. Just go to the center of it all. I always like checking the center. Ooh, there. There's father +1. Just pop off the A. But you can just cram it into the Buckingham Palace. Find father in that. Oh, it's just a disturbing number of instances, so I gotta filter these results so I get symmetrical things, which is what I'm after. Yeah, it's a bit much. I like checking near the center. So how many letters we got? There's 6 letters in Palace. So now I'm at the center with these guys. So, interesting. What provides those +2? What's interesting to me was it was originally known as Buckingham House, which has the same design as Buckingham Palace. So to me, that's a nail in the coffin. They differ by 30 points exactly, both offset from the father. Not surprising, because it's the main building in London, UK. Look at all the black calves. So Buckingham Palace and Buckingham House. So you could you can look at both words. You could try and father the word Buckingham. A lot of instances, but that doesn't give me a... Alright, well, it certainly has the father offset. Interesting. Disturbingly, the White Cliffs of Dover is also +1 for father. Finishing with the word Dover. Yeah, that's very sentimental. Cliffs of Dover face continental Europe. Cool. Strait of Dover. So yeah, Dover is a +1 for father. Cool. The White Cliffs of Dover. Well, this is cool. So we're finding Father's hand behind all this. And I'm really into English cuisine, so that was cool. Well, this is good stuff to solve all this. Any other foods that I can solve? So what were those top 50 things we love best about Britain? The People's Choice, gravy we solved, roast beef equals the father, that was disturbing. Heraldry, that was fun. Load that webpage. Well, this has been a good discovery video. Anything else? The Hackney carriage. I'm curious as to what you can find for father in some of these letters. Just as a point of curiosity, folks. Right. Taxi equals love, and London is screaming out father. London taxi equals Jesus love. The Hackney carriage. Well, Hackney ends in father, and then wow, well there's the big win for you. Hackney and carriage both end in father. There, if you waited this long, you got a real gem. The great Hackney carriage has been solved to my satisfaction, because Hackney ends in father, right there, and carriage ends in father. Bang. So the Hackney carriage is the father-father double. Take me home, Daddy. To the house of God, where I will find my peace and sing. So, Westminster Abbey. And Westminster Abbey ends in father, by the way. So get a Hackney carriage and take a ride to Westminster Abbey and go spend some silent time alone with father, and you'll be satisfied. So, Westminster Abbey ends in father, and the great Hackney carriage. It's a Hackney. Like, you don't call it a Hackney in New York, only in London. So let's get official here. There's no cab like a Hackney carriage. Like, these drivers are professional. So I believe father was on the end of Westminster Abbey, yes. The great house of kings and queens and coronation place. So father gets the last word on Westminster Abbey. He gets the last word on Hackney, and he gets the last word on carriage. So Hackney carriage is proudly a father-father double. There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Father owns the Hackney carriage. This, my friend, is a Hackney carriage. It taketh you where you want to go. Now, driver, of course, parallels father, and it's all very ordained and all this good stuff. In fact, the word drive equals father. So, take a drive in your hackney carriage. So let's get all this glory. So drive equals father, and it's all very simple. So a cab driver parallels father, just like a taxi driver, and is all happy. A hackney or hackney carriage. You know, what happens? Okay, so so that's the only instance you can, that's so cool. So hackney equals water. So those letters. Oh, perfect. 3 plus 2 is 1 plus 1. Rest letters divided by 3. Hackney is flawless. Cool. Ken equals 30. Oh my gosh. So look at how father takes that hackney. Well, this is the funnest word ever. Now, this reminds me of the ending of the periodic table of the elements that ends in father. Because you have, very common. And when you talk about education, and all endings shun that equal father. Because what is so beautiful, because you get the 24 here, and then or here you get 24 and the 34 to equal father, which is 34 center, 24 bookends. But now Hackney does a cool thing where you have the 30 at the center and the 28 bookends. So here's a official colored painting of what Father God has ordained on the ending of the word Hackney. Okay, so the C and the Y bookends of Hackney equal the T and H at the center of father. And then the center of here equals the bookends of father. Well, this is the exact same what father has ordained in the word elements that ends in father. And now the word education does the reverse, where the I-O equals the outer bookends. And the TN equals the inside of father. But it's all very symmetrical. You see that? Like interlocking puzzle pieces. Like, you know, how they fit in like puzzle pieces. So father completely owns the word hackney. It's a hackney cab. And none other. Amazing. Amazing. So the plus ones exceed plus twos. Disturbing. It's a hackney. Amazing. Ooh, let's try finding father and automobile. I prefer symmetry. How about the father? Let's just be quick about this. There! The father is on the end of automobile. Done. See, that's the kind of thing I like. The father is on the end of automobile. TM equals the. Hallelujah. Okay. Interesting. For hire, that's an easy set of letters. For hire ends in father. So a hackney or a carriage, the definition of a hackney or a carriage is it's something that's for hire. Oh boy, we're having too much fun. Incidentally, the letters hail a cab is also +1 for father. Hail a cab, hail a taxi. It's all coming together now. But for hire ends in father as well, just like hackney and carriage. Gorgeously too. 2 plus 2s that exist in father, the H and the E. So, enough said. Okay, what else are we going to find here for father? A hackney. Ooh, Jehovah. It was was called a remise. In the United Kingdom, the term. This is so cool because united equals kingdom. Anyways. So, the name hackney carriage today refers to a taxi cab licensed, wow, licensed by the Public Carriage Office, which is, of course, a lovely +1. in the United States, the police department. Wow, you get an actual Hackney carriage medallion for being a taxi operator. That, what, here's the brand. Who's it made by? LT for London Taxi. London Taxis International. Oh, LTI. Interesting. Disturbingly, the center of taxis equals the center of father. Very obvious. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. That's cool. Livery equals the father as well. Oh, that's all over advertising. Oh boy, I was zoomed in this whole time. Whatever. So a Hackney ends in father. Hackney equals water. So Hackney medallion. I want to see what a Hackney badge looks like. Oh, Boston licensed taxi identifiers. No, it's not that popular. Weird. Okay, well that was cool, finding father in Hackney carriage. There you go, father on the end of both words. Cool. Alright, what else will we find in Britain? Okay, I think that's just about good enough for me. Oh yeah, we were going to look at the 50 things we love about Britain. Solve a little more. That was cool. This all started with British History, Big Ben. cool.